This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and amnesiac who woke up with a shell.
Look what I found! Look what I found! Buried in the sand! An 8-track player!
Wow, that's pretty suspicious.
And the cassette's still in it.
What's it playing?
Informer.
Don't worry about that. Just chuck it into the water. Who cares?
And that voice is our other co-host and
other amnesiac.
Yeah, amnesiac who's weirdly suspicious of everybody. Kyorain.
Hello.
Yeah.
I have a knife.
Oh, well, why don't you put that away, buddy?
Why don't we share it?
Yeah, it's a
Share
communal
a
knife.
No, I don't think so.
Why can't you just trust us?
Why would I trust you? I don't know who you are or who I am.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, none of us know anything about anybody.
But what we do know is television.
Yes, the one thing we've never forgotten. Yeah, here on TV Tuners we talk about the latest and greatest in television. Speaking of, you guys watch anything interesting this week?
I've been watching Beyond Belief with Jonathan Frakes.
Oh, what's that?
Okay, so they present these stories, and there's live reenactments of them, and you have to guess whether or not they're fact or fiction.
Do you?
And then John Frakes calls you a stupid idiot for guessing wrong at the end of the show.
Oh, I like that. I love being berated by someone.
And half the time, it's always someone was a ghost. Like a kid gets bitten by a snake, and then a guy in a wheelchair comes by.
And the guy in the wheelchair was a ghost?
Yes, he died 10 years ago.
So what? Then Jonathan Frakes comes in and says, "Ghosts aren't real, dummy."
He was like, "Could this have really happened? A doctor a long-deceased doctor standing guardian over the town? If you guess that this is real,
possible.
You're right. This story was based on a real incident."
So it's based on a real incident in that someone said at one point that a ghost was in their town?
Yes, a kid said there was a ghost in their town and told them how to deal with a snake bite. There was also one about this kid in a hospital, and he was right next to this other kid, and they snuck into the morgue because the other kid was a bad boy. And he decided to open up one of the newly arrived bodies, and it was that kid's identical twin, and he had a heart attack and died.
Is that true?
Yes.
So wait, how many of these are not actually true?
Usually it's 2 out of 5 are fake.
I want a show where Jonathan Frakes is just telling you off for believing in supernatural stuff. It's like, aliens? No, dummy,
really
those aren't real.
Is it really possible that someone could be as stupid as shit as you? Do you have anything between those ears? Or is it just a vacuous, howling void? That everything goes in, but nothing comes out of any substance.
Okay, so who is Jonathan Frakes?
He's Commander Riker.
Yeah, he's a Star Trek boy. He's the guy with the beard on Next Generation.
Also,
is he happy or sad?
He's very happy. He's always doing funny neologisms to introduce the stories.
I mean, he's happy in this. I don't know how happy he is in most of Next Generation. I guess he's okay.
I mean,
does he ever jump?
Yes.
Does he jump onto something or just jump?
He jumps onto something. He does a few jumps in like the movies, right?
I'm sure he jumps.
Does he swing?
Yes.
Probably.
Wow, he's an all-rounder, huh?
Yeah, you could say that.
Does he shoot?
Yes.
There we go. That's my guy. There he is, right
Wait,
there.
do you
That's
mean
my
like a
guy.
gun or a basketball?
Gun.
Oh.
I mean, he shoots lasers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. My man.
I watched the final season of Legion. Finally caught up with that. It was good.
So what you're saying is the number of episodes are no longer Legion?
That's right. Yes, because they're now finished.
And finite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good show by the creator of Fargo. For those who weren't aware of it.
And now we can move on to Fargo season 4.
Yeah, or that movie that he just did about the lady who wore that diaper, who was an astronaut.
Oh, they cut out the diaper part.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so it's an important question. You have a multiple choice answer for this, and you must pick one of them.
Okay.
Oh,
Did
hold
the
on,
ending
hold
for
on.
Legion...
Yes.
Go
on.
Go ahead, Stare.
I just want to point out that lady didn't wear a diaper as a medical condition. She did it voluntarily. Before you make fun of us for being ableist.
I think
Okay.
everyone remembers the story about the lady who wore a diaper.
Maybe not the younger viewers. Your listeners.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe not me.
Yeah. Kid doesn't remember this, that this astronaut traveled halfway across the country because they were having a messy divorce. Or it was adult.
No recollection of this whatsoever. Anyway, Swanson, the ending of Legion...
Uh-huh.
Did it make you A, smirk, B, jump, or C, go to bed?
Ooh. A.
Made you smirk?
Yeah.
Okay.
So take of that what you will. I'll say nothing else on the matter.
All right, good to know. Must be a good show.
Tune in.
I can neither
Yeah,
confirm nor deny.
Well, based on what you've said, that's a definite TV Tuners tune in for me on Legion. Stare?
Is TV Tuners the TV Tuners show of the month for September?
TV Tuners show of the month. TV Tuners, log in to tvtuners.net.org. TV Tuners every day. TV Tuners, log in.
Your nose is
TV Tuners
bleeding.
show of the month. I don't know what happened to me.
Kieran was doing some sort of Rick and Morty-esque bit.
Oh no!
Anyway, let's move on to the
you're
news.
Going down a path I can't follow.
Yeah.
That was not the reference I was making at all.
Well, that's the world we live in now.
Yeah, now get your Szechuan sauce and get on the news train. All right. You guys have known for a while now that Netflix is losing friends at the end of next year.
There's blood in the water.
It's really sad how lonely Netflix is lately.
Well, Netflix needs some new pals. Maybe not friends, but maybe some pals who also live in New York and are all white.
And a bunch of assholes.
Yeah. Maybe they need
That's
Seinfeld.
my kind of comfort television.
Yeah. That's a watch before you go to sleep show, right?
I think you could
Yeah,
watch Seinfeld before you go to sleep, yeah.
No scary dark people to frighten you.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Netflix recently bought the rights to Seinfeld from Hulu for a currently undisclosed sum. Although it's probably more than the $180 million that Netflix put up to own it up until 2021.
$6 trillion.
Remember how Steve Bannon and how part of his rise to power was having Seinfeld syndication rights?
Yeah, he doesn't have them anymore.
Good.
That's a terrifying concept.
Yeah. So back then, in the halcyon days of 2016, Seinfeld going for $180 million, which is $1 million per episode of the show,
Wow.
was a huge deal. but that's since changed in the upcoming streaming wars. Since The Office has taken a bid to leave Netflix for $500 million to go to their NBC Universal streaming service. And Friends got taken to HBO Max for $425 million. Presumably, the Seinfeld deal is somewhere in that ballpark.
They got all this money for Seinfeld, but when are they going to put some money into B-Movie, the animated series?
Ooh, it's hard to tell. Well, Jerry Seinfeld's other show that people sometimes remember, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, is also on Netflix. So
And
it seems
getting
to
an
be
animated series.
no, but I don't. Why would you animate that?
They get Madhouse to do it.
What does that entail?
Yeah. They're the One Punch Man.
I know. What does that entail? I didn't ask
really
what
good.
it was.
That looks really good. That's what entails. Fuck you.
I want to see Seinfeld power up.
Oh yeah, like he gets in the car and he just goes, "Ah!"
What's the
Like,
deal
you know,
with all these jutsus?
Yeah, he goes Super Seinfeld, then he can like drift real good or something.
It's possible. Yeah. Yeah, my only hope is that with Seinfeld scheduled to come in 2021 and The Office and Friends leaving, that just means that Tinder is going to be filled with Seinfeld references instead of The Office or Friends.
Is that an upgrade?
Hold on, what do Friends references on Tinder look like?
You know, how you doing, or I'm a Ross, or something. I don't know.
How you doing a Friends thing? You can't own that.
Sure you can. That was literally his catchphrase.
I'll look out for you.
You can't have that at the catchphrase.
What do you mean you can't?
Yeah.
They sure did.
Well, they're canceled now.
That's like saying you can't have "Did I do that" as a catchphrase.
Oh,
Did you just hashtag cancel a large portion of Tinder users?
Yes.
And now instead of whatever that stuff was, it'll be like no sex for you.
Yeah, there you go. They'll be like, stick a fork in me, Jerry. I'm done.
What's the deal with swipe left?
Yeah.
They'll
They'll be
all
like,
have they'll all have that picture of Costanza
yeah.
seductively.
They'll be like, I do the opposite of whatever I'm supposed to do. Anyway, presumably this is a sort of fail-safe from Netflix to curb the recent reports that suggest that 30% of their subscribers from 18 to 29 would kick out their Netflix subscription if Friends and The Office left, which they are definitively doing.
What kind of 18-year-old is watching Friends? Like, they were born after 9/11, 18-year-olds.
Yeah, and apparently they like Friends. I don't know.
Friends is a timeless show, Stairmaster.
Oh, God, we've broken our boys.
And girls. And non-gender. Anyway, if Seinfeld's not your cup of tea, how about something that 18-year-olds definitely know about and love? The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, hashtag red pill. Hashtag black pill.
What's a black pill?
That is hashtag.
That's like the
That is hashtag
that's like
some
the
kind of
nihilism pill. Like, we're gonna lose the race war, so we should just lay down and die. Yeah.
It's a really bad pill, Swanson. Do not take that pill.
Also, it's like the mass shooters, for some reason, also take that pill.
It's bad, Swanson. Just don't.
Don't you do it.
Swanson, Swanson!
Cut it out. Stop it. Stop it.
But it sounds good.
No. Black is traditionally associated with evil.
That sounds pretty fucked up. Black is
Yeah.
just a color.
Yeah, that is bad. History is hashtag canceled.
No more history for you. See, Seinfeld reference. Anyway, if you thought the Seinfeld deal was a little bit much, get ready for this shit. HBO Max has put in a considerable amount of money to buy the rights to the CBS program, The Big Bang Theory. It's a deal worth a certain amount of money for the next 5 years. I want you to guess how much.
700 million.
80 million.
Ooh, interesting. You're both wrong. It is a deal worth over $1 billion.
Wow!
How?
That's like, how much did Star Wars get sold for?
Less than that.
Disney? No. No.
How big is
Well-
Big Bang Theory?
Apparently,
Sheldon is more iconic than Darth Vader.
apparently, if you're wondering how big it is, it's over 1 bazinga.
Swanson, this is deeply upsetting. I quit the podcast.
Well, look, this Emmy-winning comedy, which I have to remind everyone has won Emmys, is now the exclusive home of HBO Max.
Well,
The
I'm
show
glad.
is
Wow.
a service that is not provided by HBO, but is instead a Warner Media service that has the very odd name HBO Max.
Well, I'm sorry,
What
but
a
Kio's
strange
quit
name.
the podcast.
Is that the strangest
Uh,
name for a streaming service?
No, we'll get to another one.
Now to replace him is me, Dark Keo.
Wow, you've dyed your hair and are wearing all black.
And you can do
Yeah, my hair's
fireballs while jumping.
My hair's slightly darker now,
Yeah.
and I've got like some kind of red highlights going on in my clothes. It's kind of strange.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm a little confused about this.
Look, my combat sense is 3% faster too.
He's fast.
I also have to recontextualize what I said before. The Star Wars deal was 4.5 bazingas, so
Yeah, I thought so.
so
So
a little
big-
so not Big Bang. So Big Bang isn't Star Wars level, but
It's like the value of A New Hope all by itself.
yeah. So if that price tag seems a little bit exorbitant, it is. But it comes with some major benefits? Question mark. With The Office going to NBC Universal's programming and Seinfeld heading to Netflix, HBO Max has 2 major network shows with The Big Bang Theory and Friends,
Wow.
making them a potentially more viable competitor for the people who want either of those shows, I guess, and nothing else.
I really love the idea of these big companies just kind of buying out things, and that's supposed to be valuable to us somehow.
Look, if you want to watch The Big Bang Theory, all 12 seasons, at any point in time, at your leisure.
Yeah, I'll pirate it.
Oh,
I'll go to my local library.
oh,
Yeah, I'll go to the library, pick up the DVD box set.
oh! I guess those are all things you could do instead of buying another streaming service to add to your ever increasing list. Well, I guess HBO
Or I
Max will
could
solve itself.
Or I could drink some memory juice and have a vivid recollection of the entire series.
Oh, that sounds like a curse.
Yeah, I don't think you should touch that memory juice. You might not like what you find.
But it's so sweet.
No, don't. How much of it have you drank?
Just like 3 liters.
Oh no, he's going to remember.
You've remembered too much. Into the memory chamber.
Okay, I don't remember anything now.
Oh, good. Back to normal.
Don't remember Swanson's crimes.
Huh?
Good.
That's what.
Yeah, I don't remember any of your crimes that you may or may not have committed.
That's a weird way of phrasing that, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it will remain.
So yeah, I'm
Mhm.
really happy about this streaming news. I'm glad that people are throwing money around to buy dead series to re-air.
Hold on, does HBO Max have any movies on it? Since it's
Presumably, it
on
will have any of the Warner Brothers films. Yeah.
Oh. How come they don't talk about that? Like, you could watch, like, Falling Down starring Michael Douglas.
Because people don't care about wanting to watch Falling Down starring Michael Douglas.
Everyone cares.
They care about Big Bang Theory.
Anyway, it remains to be seen what TBS will do now that they've freed up 25 hours of primetime programming a week. Alright, moving on. The streaming wars, of course, continue, and there is but one programming site that we've not talked about yet. NBC Universal, which is now rebranded as they prepare for launch. No longer are they such a trite name as NBC Universal. They are Peacock.
Ooh.
What?
You know, like
Hold
their
on.
logo.
So, what demographic are they trying to appeal to here?
People who like NBC.
You know, because peacocking.
Well, Peacock is also their logo and has been since 1950, so...
Oh. Well, maybe that's... maybe they are
I think
peacocking.
I think the name Peacock really exemplifies the concept of streaming. Like, when I hear that name, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the NBC streaming service.
Yeah.
Well, when I
yeah,
think of it, I
Peacocks
think
have been
all-
around.
I think all style, no substance.
That's what you think of when you think of a peacock?
Yes.
I think peacocks have lots of substance, like you kill them and you can eat them.
Wow.
Is that a good meal?
I don't
No.
think a peacock is a good meal, no.
Let's have a peacock dinner and see what it's like tomorrow.
Ooh, okay.
We'll all get, like, brain disease.
Anyway, ignoring all of the 30 Rock references of you say the peacock and the NBC taglines, Peacock is just a odd name for a network. It'd be like if you decided if the CVS streaming service was called I.
Oh, that would be good, though.
The all-seeing, all-knowing eye.
Yeah.
No, the letter I.
No, because their logo is an I, Stairmaster.
Oh. I don't know
We are
anything.
watching you.
Or if they had like some sort of Pizza Hut app that was just called Roof.
Oh, yeah, there's... I'll give it a few years. If our economy doesn't crash, that'll probably happen.
I think every big corporation or like chain should have an app that is just the name of their logo.
Didn't we do
The
a
Disney
joke
app is
about a
just-
Burger King streaming service?
Yes, we did.
Disney app is like ears.
Yeah, no, they would just be called mouse ears. Yeah.
It would be called Castle.
Oh, and the one show not on it, Castle. That show's not there. Can't find it.
And the Fox streaming service would be 20th
Searchlight.
Century Fox. Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah, that would be a good app. I would download it onto my Zune.
the streaming service, of course, wants to get you hooked, and not just because they've got programs that you can watch on it. They've got
Well, that's not good enough.
revivals, reboots, and other things.
Finally!
Have you been asking
I can't
yourself,
wait for them to
whatever?
bring back the classics.
Yeah, have you asked yourself, hey, can I get more Saved by the Bell?
Oh my god, yes, every day.
Wow.
Well, that's
now
good
people-
because they're rebooting that.
Now people can make fun of my voice even more.
Yeah, they can say, you sound like Scrotch. You,
Is that what they said? Is that what they say to you, Stare?
Yes.
they say, look at this guy. He's like Scrooge.
Wow, he sounds like Scrotch. He sounds like Scotch. Wow,
sounds
looks
just like
John
Scruncher.
Bernthal.
They're also reviving Punky Brewster, a show that no one remembers.
Wasn't she like a single mom?
No, she was like a little kid.
Oh.
And a new version of Battlestar Galactica by the creator of Mr. Robot.
Did we see Mr. Robot?
No, it's that show, but it's a show. So
It's a
I
show.
mentioned it on our TV
I
podcast.
I was out on the streets one night, just walking through the neighborhood, checking things out, 3 a.m. And there was this man. He emerged from the shadows, and he took me by the arm.
What?
And I said, I said, what do you want? And he said, Mr. Robot is a good show.
Well, there you have it, folks. Tune in to Mr. Robot.
Yeah, that guy couldn't be lying.
Now canceled.
And then he wouldn't let go until I said I'd go home and watch it.
Well, I hope
So-
he did.
No.
Oh, I'm sure nothing will happen.
Yeah. And
Of course not.
in addition to that kind of stuff, we have a relocation of an NBC show, AP Bio, that's coming to the streaming service because its ratings were bad, and a adaptation of the novel Brave New World for some reason. A novel that makes you say, time to peacock.
Yep. That's what that book's about.
Yeah, it's all peacocking's all through that, you know. Yeah, it remains to be seen what the Peacock network will provide for us, other than this another streaming service. But you know, in the streaming wars,
I've already got it. Oh? I've already got it downloaded. I'm already subscribed to Peacock.
Wow.
Wow, early access. TV Tuner's first look.
What's it look like, Keo?
It's good.
It's good?
And NBC gave me $10,000 to say that.
Wow. You heard it here first, guys. Peacock Network. It's good. We peacock peacock. Is that how that works?
Lots of the programming I've been waiting for on here, ready to watch, and with a easy to understand and use interface for $10,000. I'll say anything you want.
I'm not even sure what peacock means anymore.
And neither is NBC. End. Finn. Nailed that segment. Got it.
Got it in one.
All right. Now then, let's move on to another segment near and dear to everyone's heart. It's Guess Who's Coming to the Fall TV lineup. Hit the theme, Keo. Oh boy, I fear that might have been way too loud.
I don't think it was loud enough. You're going to have to edit it in post.
Hello, welcome to...
No!
Oh
no! It's no longer fair use if you played a third time.
Yeah, don't do it again. We'll have to talk over it. Alright.
I have to do it a third time?
No!
Alright. Oh no, now we gotta talk over it.
Welcome to our song review. There's a nice melody going on here. The time signature is really nice. God damn it, Keo.
It's a pretty pleasing little jingle.
No, shut up, Keo.
Alright, well, welcome to Guess Who's Coming to the Fall TV lineup, in which I say the title of a upcoming show on network television, and you guys guess the premise. This week, we're tackling two networks.
Ooh.
Fox, which has recently come off of half of its network being bought out by Disney.
Wow.
And having to recoup that with live programming such as WWE and a couple scripted shows. And the CW, which is always sort of the redheaded stepchild of network television. And has a couple shows that are really obvious. Let's start with the CW because, again, these shows are really obvious. First up, Batwoman.
Oh, it's a show about a lady who's like the female version of Batman, and she like jumps around and solves crimes and stuff.
It's a show about Barbara Gordon, who's the female version of Batwoman. Man.
Okay. 3 years after Batman mysteriously disappeared, Gotham is a city in despair, and it's under the watch of Jacob Kane and his military-grade Crow's Private Security, which now protects the city with omnipresent firepower and militia. When the Alice in Wonderland gang targets the firm, Kane's daughter Kate returns home, deciding that if she wants to help the family and her city, she'll have to become the one thing her father loathes, a Dark Knight vigilante. So yeah, not Barbara Gordon, Kate Kane.
You were a bit too ambitious with that one, Stare.
God damn it. It's always the lesbians.
You flew way too close to the sun.
Yeah, this is Kate Kane, the other Batwoman. Barbara Gordon, by the way, would be Batgirl. Get your shit together, Stairmaster.
I thought I was banking on name recognition.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, there's a Batgirl and a Batwoman?
Yeah, similar to how there's a Batboy. There is not a Batboy.
What?
I mean, there's a real life Batboy if you count the
what is it? What's that newspaper called?
Like World News Tonight or whatever it was called.
The World News Tonight.
That newspaper that always has the fake news stories in it. It's like a proto Onion, but for people who are into conspiracy theories.
Batwoman was like this bad person who showed up during the events of 52 after Batman and all the Justice League got kind of gobbled up by not Infinite Crisis.
Look, if we're gonna we're gonna have to have a whole separate podcast if you're gonna try and explain DC lore.
Yeah.
The point is, there's a character named Batwoman.
Yeah,
she fights crime.
She started doing Batman stuff unrelated to Bruce Wayne when Batman disappeared for 52 weeks.
And then she kept doing it afterwards because she was good at it, I guess.
Until the comics line stopped selling, I guess.
No, she's still in comics, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, good for her.
So there's a Batman, Batgirl, Batwoman, Man-Bat.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else they got?
There's an African
there's
Batman named Batwing.
Okay.
But he wasn't popular, so his Batcave got blown up.
Yeah, there's a Batman. There's a friend of Batman named Talon.
Is he nice or is he kind of rude?
He's kind of rude.
There's a guy named Robin who hangs out with him.
Not to be confused with the other Robin, Red Robin.
Also, there's a guy named Azrael who became Batman.
Wait, the restaurant Red Robin, or there's a man in the DC universe called Red Robin?
Yes to both. I'm pretty sure Red Robin and Red Robin both exist.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Anyway, Keo gets the point.
I'm gonna eat this point.
Oh, you should not eat the points, Keo.
Well, now Keo has 0 points.
Keo, you ate that point. You have 0 points now.
Looks like it's tied.
All right. This next one is called Nancy Drew.
It's about a woman. Her name is Nancy Drew.
It's about a woman. Her name is Nancy Drew. She solves mysteries.
Yeah, Nancy Drew.
You can't do it again. Fuck you.
Well, did he ever actually finish, or did you just sort of cut him off? Hard to tell.
He started talking for like several seconds.
For a second.
It was like a brief pause. Yeah. So Nancy Drew, she solves mysteries, and she's pretty good at it. She's like the female Sherlock Holmes.
Fuck.
As they say.
There's a lady, Nancy Drew. She solves mysteries. She's very great at it. She's like a female Columbo.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Okay. Set in the summer after her high school graduation, 18-year-old Nancy Drew thought she'd be leaving her hometown for college. But when a family tragedy holds her back another year, she finds herself embroiled in a ghostly murder investigation, and along the way, uncovers secrets that run deeper than she ever imagined.
Sounds like Columbo to me.
I'm looking at the promos for this. She is not frumpled enough to be Columbo. Sorry, Stairmaster.
Oh, then okay. What makes her Sherlock Holmes?
She has a hat.
Fuck! But does she have a crippling opium addiction?
No, but most adaptations of Sherlock Holmes seem to ignore that anyway, so... Alright, Keo gets the point. Don't eat it, Keo.
But it's so tasty.
No, Keo, don't eat it. We need these points.
Oh, okay. I'll save it for when it's over.
Yeah, the winner gets to eat their points, and the loser gets to choke on theirs.
Ooh.
So wait, what you're saying is I should get no points whatsoever.
Well, then you choke on the number 0, so...
I'll take my chances with that.
So here's a really big number 0 for him to eat, Swanson.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you get a choke on that. Anyway, next one is Katie Keene.
There's a person.
No, you go first.
There's a person named Katie Keene. And is that Katie or Katie?
Katie.
Is that a girl's name?
I don't know, Keo. Is it?
Oh my god.
There's a person named Katie Keene. She goes on adventures. They go on adventures, rather.
There's a woman.
I
You keep going?
think that's it.
Okay. There's a woman. She's named Katie Keene, and she's in high school.
Ooh.
There's not really adventures per se.
Ooh, a bold gambit, a show with no adventures.
I mean, yeah, that's what sitcoms are.
There are adventures in sitcoms.
No, there's antics and mishaps.
I think people go on adventures.
And shenanigans.
All right. Well, this is not a sitcom. In a timeless New York City, as enchanting as Riverdale is moody, aspiring fashion designer Katie Keene meets Josie McCoy, fresh off the bus to chase her musical dreams.
Oh, it is Katie. I thought you were saying KD with a D.
Well, you asked me to clarify, and I said Katie.
You didn't enunciate very well.
Kate T.
There you go. Now I get it.
The world is populated with kindred spirits, starving artists, and a mysterious socialite. Based on the Archie comics.
Sounds like an adventure to me.
Okay, but the Archie comic characters were in high school.
Not a bad point there.
High schoolers can go on adventures if they want to.
But that doesn't sound like there's adventures. It sounds more like a Sex in the City type deal.
Sexual adventures.
So wait, you think these teenagers are going on sexual adventures?
Yes, just like in Sex in the City.
Well, they're not teenagers in Sex in the City. They're decidedly middle-aged.
Yeah, but it's still like they're doing the same type of activities.
I don't know who's in the right here anymore. I don't know if I want to win.
Stare's having a moral dilemma, Swanson.
I guess I might as well give Keo the point then.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
All right, well, we've got 3 more to go as we move into the Fox network.
Oof.
It's important to note that all of the 3 upcoming shows for the CW were just people's names.
Well, I guess Batwoman is a name.
Yeah, they're just names.
First name Bat, last name Woman.
And all adaptations of established works. CW knows its brand, apparently. Anyway, this next show is called Almost Family.
Okay, so it's a sitcom about these people who move into a house together, but they're not blood related. But they grow to understand and appreciate each other. So they're almost family.
Wait, they're not blood related, but they moved in together?
Yes.
So they refer to themselves as almost family?
Well, they grow to appreciate each other, so they're almost like a family.
That seems kind of like, I don't know. It sounds almost negative.
Also, they go on adventures.
Oh, there are adventures in this one.
Yes!
Alright. So, Almost Family is a TV series about a child who was adopted. And the family does not fully accept them because they're not very good people. And they go on adventures.
Interesting. Okay. When it is revealed that fertility doctor Leo Beckley had used his own sperm to conceive at least 100 children throughout his career, Julia Beckley unites with 2 of her half-siblings, including past friend Edie Palmer and retired Olympic athlete Roxy Doyle, as they deal with issues that have been affecting their lives.
Sounds like adventures.
We both said adventures.
To be clear, this is not a sitcom.
Sounds like they're almost family, those step siblings.
This is not a sitcom, though. And
that, give me the point.
So
give me.
Why does he get it? I think we're both equally wrong.
I don't know. Stairmaster's the one who made a case for it.
Mine!
Alright,
okay,
Stairmaster gets the point.
Oh, no.
Wow, this really smells good.
Yeah, it's
Don't eat it. You have to wait.
Okay.
Stare. It tastes like strawberry.
Stare? You have to wait.
Why aren't you eating yours, Keo?
Because he has to wait.
Keo, can I have one of yours?
I already had... Well, no, you cannot have my point. But, I had one that satisfied me for the time being, so you should just have yours.
I'm just going to take a bite out of it. Chomp.
Oh, now you have a half a point.
Fuck!
It's really good, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't
Why
believe
did
you've
you make
introduced half points to this game.
Why did you make these edible?
I thought it'd be a fun little way of showing that you had points. Instead, you guys started eating them.
Now Stare has a thirst for points, Swanson. He's going to get really serious about this game.
Let's hope so. We don't have 2 more left. Alright, this next one is Prodigal Son.
Okay, so this
So
guy
it's about
comes back from Iraq. And he has to deal with the PTSD in his family. And they go on adventures.
Oh, so
So
there are adventures.
Who's the son in this?
The son is army guy.
Oh, okay. All right. And he's prodigal because he left to go join the army.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So there's a son, and he doesn't like his dad, so he goes on an adventure. but the dad's like, "Come back, son. I'm sorry." So the son comes back, and then they go on an adventure together.
Well, that sounds like the entire series, not just the premise.
Yeah, it seems like you listed out most of the first season at least.
Am I allowed to do that?
I don't think so. I don't think
Okay,
you
fine,
should
so-
be able to.
All right, so okay, fine. I'll rework it to just be the first part. So there's a bad dad and a son, and the son's like, "I'm goodbye," and he goes on an adventure.
I gotta go treasure hunting.
Yeah.
Alright. The series centers on Malcolm Bright, who has a special gift in that he knows how killers think. Because his father was one of the worst. A notorious serial killer dubbed the Surgeon. That said,
God.
Bright is the best criminal psychologist around because murder is the family business. He uses his skills as a forensic profiler to help the NYPD solve crimes and stop killers, all while dealing with a manipulative mother, annoyingly normal sister, a homicidal father still looking to bond with his prodigal son. You can't say the name! And his own constantly evolving neuroses. You can't just say the name in the fucking copy for the show.
Yeah, you can.
That sounds like a bad dad to me.
It sounds like he's not getting along with his family. And cops are basically troops, right?
No, not quite.
Not quite. I would
Wow,
say the PTSD is a little lower on the...
Wow, Kia does not respect our troops. Our first responders.
Or he doesn't respect our cops.
They give their lives every day for us.
I just think they're on different tiers.
Alright, Keo gets the point.
But I'm hungry now.
Well, there's only one more left.
Mm.
And,
Gonna eat this point right now.
oh, Keo, no!
Shit! Wait. Oh, this is good.
Well, there's 2.5... It's 2 points to 1 half point.
What? Oh.
Or
I'm
sorry,
still
to
gonna
a
lose.
half point. So you're still gonna lose, probably. But it's fine.
Shit.
Anyway, this last one is Bless the Hearts.
Okay, so there's this guy who lives in a church. Like he's a church official man.
That's good.
And he's trying to get back on the dating scene. But since he's a priest, it's darkly forbidden.
Oh my god, that's really good. So bless the hearts. So there's a heart surgeon.
Go on.
And
Are there adventures?
he's like, no, this is a grounded medical drama.
Oh.
This is a grounded medical drama.
Okay.
Wherein there's a heart surgeon who's also very devoutly religious, but after a horribly failed surgery, his faith is shaken forever.
Oh. You hate to see it.
Okay, Bless the Hearts. The animated series follows the Hearts, a southern family that is forever struggling to make ends meet. They hope to achieve the American dream, but they're already rich in friends, family, and laughter. Jenny Hart is a single mother supporting her family, working as a waitress in the small town of Greenpoint, North Carolina. While Jenny's the head of her family, she's often at odds with or scheming with her lottery scratcher obsessed mother and her witty, creative daughter.
That is way too much for a copy.
Well, it's a good thing I cut it off because there's still more.
Fuck!
Anyway.
Fuck!
Swanson, you didn't tell us it was a surname.
What? Why would I tell you that?
I thought you said bless their hearts. I thought it was hearts, Heart.
You didn't ask to clarify. I said bless the hearts.
Well, you don't clarify. I asked you if it was Katie, as in a girl's name.
And you said
and you said you couldn't tell me.
I said Katie, and then you said, "Is it a girl's name?" I said, because I thought Katie was pretty clear. Anyway, no one gets the point.
Oh.
You both lose.
All right, I'm gonna stab Swanson with this knife and we take all his points.
I'm gonna stab Swanson with my half point. Oh, good.
Wow, that's a lot of blood.
Wow, he had so many points stockpiled. Oh.
Please stop doing that into the mic.
This is some good points.
He's enjoying those points, Swanson. He's feasting.
Viewers really hate hearing the smacking of lips. If there's one thing listeners hate,
chomp, chomp, chomp.
It's the sound of someone's mouth.
Okay, good segment, everyone.
Alright, well, that's it for Guess Who's Coming to the Fall TV lineup. No one won, except for, I guess, both of you.
Except for the people like ASMR.
Yeah. Anyway, it's time for our main event. We watched it.
Actually, it's time for another segment.
Oh?
Oh?
Yeah, let me just get ready here for the segment.
Oh, shit!
Oh.
He's got the strap!
The fuck?
Yeah, we're doing a new segment. It's called Welcome to Swan House.
Uh-huh.
Wow!
And in this segment, Stair and I are gonna go into Swanson's house, and we're gonna just have a look around.
But I'm not there.
Or are you gonna take us there? Or die?
Oh, okay.
Because he has a gun.
Are we just moving the podcasting equipment while we go?
Yes.
Yeah, I set up a mobile setup here for the segment.
The studio is actually on wheels right now, or being towed by a truck.
Oh.
Look out the window.
Huh. You guys did a really good job of making sure no one noticed that.
Well, I wanted it to be a good surprise.
Well, that's why I wiped everyone's memories, including my own.
Yeah, that makes sense why you were so surprised by the gun.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure the viewers are aware that Swanson's house is a palace of television paraphernalia.
Yeah. Yep, totally.
Yeah, open the front door, Swanson.
Okay, well, first off, this front door was the front door from Full House.
Wow! What a kid! How much did that cost you?
Yeah.
It cost me nothing because I stole it.
Wow!
Wow, what a rebel.
Yeah, suck it, Bob Saget. Alright. And we go inside. This is a solid gold statue of Kramer from Seinfeld.
Wow!
Oh my god, it's glorious,
and a
Swanson.
sign by him.
Yeah, there's a sign by him that says, "Did I do that?" It's got Steve Urkel on it.
And it also says the N-word.
Well, that's a different thing.
The Kramer statue, I mean, not the Urkel part.
And it has like some kind of pentagram carved into it. What's that about?
Yeah, don't worry about that. And over here we've got the chair that Archie Bunker used to sit on.
Oh!
This is in the Smithsonian, but I took a sort of another version of it.
That should probably be
Swanson,
destroyed.
I noticed you kind of walked past this other door into this room that's kind of boarded up. What's in there?
Yeah, don't go in there. It's not important. There's no TV stuff in there.
Wow, it looks like Oh my god. It's a replication of the Simpsons living room.
Yeah, it's
oh,
not
my
finished.
Eyes! The colors!
No, don't look in there. It's not meant for the human eye.
Ah!
Swanson, how long were you going to hide this from us?
You can't look at it. You'll go mad.
Ah!
Swanson, I'm looking at it.
I needed to get rid of my eyes. I wish I hadn't eaten all those points. Oh wait, I still got the half point. Scoop.
Oh god, Stair's taking out his eyes.
Oh my god, that's the most gruesome thing I've ever seen. Swanson, why would you create something this horrible?
Well, I thought it would be a fun, little recreation of, something that you couldn't really make in real life, and then I created a monstrosity. Hence the boards. I said don't look at it, and then you did.
It was so faithful. That was your undoing.
You should have given us a much more stern warning than that, Swanson.
You're the one with the gun.
And that is right. You should set down the rules when you're pointing a gun at someone.
What, that if there's going to be an eldritch horror that I need to be warned about it in detail before we open the door?
Yeah.
Well, it's not eldritch. It was made by Matt Groening.
Yeah, he's not very.
Human
he's not
hair.
very
Eldritch
old.
being.
It's yeah.
In the
Yeah,
terms,
he's an elder animator.
in terms of time itself, he's not very old.
Yeah. And he's very noble, I would say.
All right, and to wrap up the tour, we have here Swanson's safe.
What's in the safe?
Money.
Can we get a
Yeah,
look
we're
at that?
gonna.
Well, that's not really a
It's
TV
just,
item.
Well, as we've been over, these streaming services cost a lot of money, so I think we've established pretty well that money is very directly related to TV.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else is on a TV item? A gun. Hold on,
Yeah,
Keel.
so-
What is that gun?
The gun that I have?
No. The one Keel has is the gun from 24.
Huh?
Wow, Keith Sutherland held this himself.
So you guys...
That's really cool. Wait, Swanson has a gun too now?
Oh,
I actually
shit.
have 2 guns. These are the guns from the Lone Ranger.
And?
Yeah, are they loaded?
Wait, did
Yeah,
he have
of course.
2 guns?
Well, I just said I did, so yes.
Well, I can't see.
Okay, well, can you put them down and open the safe up for us so we can take a look inside?
No. 2 guns beats
Is the
1,
segment
dummy.
over?
I think this would be really bad for the pod if you killed each other right now.
Especially since you
Well,
can't
I
see.
mean-
How are you going to drive us home?
Yeah. Oh, fuck! Fuck!
Yeah,
What was that?
yeah, I shot Swanson.
Now you'll never open the safe, idiot.
Fuck!
All right, get Swanson 2 in here, and let's get back to the podcast, huh?
Activating cloning chamber. Clone produced. Welcome to TV Tuners, Swanson. Unit 2.
Hey guys, what's going on?
And not much.
Oh,
I carved my eyes out as a bit.
Oh, gross.
Yeah,
Get him
it's
out of here.
pretty awful. And
No, please!
yeah, let's get
I'm useful.
Stair 2.0.
No!
Activating cloning chamber. Welcome, Stairmaster. Unit 5.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, we watched a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
It was like,
Yeah, let's get to our main event. We watched a television show.
Island.
Yeah, we watched a television show.
Highlanders.
It was called The Island. Okay, so right off the bat, is this the dumbest name for a TV show we've watched?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd have to go through the list, but I'm pretty sure yes.
I mean, I don't think there's another...
There's no indication what the eye is for, so it's pretty fucking stupid.
Well, the I is for you.
No, it's for
Yeah,
them.
It is. It is the island that I am at. So it's the
Yeah.
island.
It's called The Island because you're supposed to look inward and think about what you've done. I don't know.
I think
It's the I.
I think it's because the S
because
is
they
silent.
landed there.
I think that's all there is to it.
Well, the S is not silent. The S isn't there.
I know.
Well, then it's not silent. It's just not there.
Okay, the S stands for society. That's why it's not there.
Oh.
That's deep.
Yeah.
You cracked this code, Stairmaster. That's the deep meaning behind this title.
Oh, yeah, trigger
Is this
warning,
a dumber...
rape.
Is this a dumber name than Tell Me a Story?
Yes.
Then yeah, I think it's the dumbest name we've had on the show.
I was going to mention Tell Me a Story as a dumb title, but at least that one is coherent sounding.
Oh, what about Chambers?
Oh.
Speaking of Bless the Hearts.
Yeah, this is I think I can safely say this is the dumbest one. So before we get into the actual show itself, I have 2 items of development stuff that I found interesting. One of them I'm going to save for the end because that'll make it particularly worse. This first part, it's run, executive produced, and directed and written by a guy named Neil LaBute. If you haven't heard that name before, you might remember some of his works, or perhaps one very infamous work. He did the Nicolas Cage meme machine, The Wicker Man.
Oh my god.
Which he wrote and directed. So that kind of gives you a clue right away that you're in for some deeply bad shit.
First it was not the B's, now it's not the S.
Yeah, that's right. That's what everyone's going to be saying about this show. So we open up on an ominous island shot.
Are we sure it's even an island?
Well,
I mean,
I can only assume it's an island.
Yeah, all we know is there's land involved in the show.
Yeah, but we get like ominous music playing as we get a shot to like an island, and there's someone on the beach.
It's a lady.
It's a big rack.
You mean a big shell?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, she has a shell with her, and I guess she just sort of...
Just like Lord of the Flies.
You know what they say about girls with big shells?
The big sound that the shell makes?
Yes.
When you sing into it?
Yes.
Anyway, she does like a shell call, and for some reason this wakes up the other people who are on this island. None of them have any memories, as told to us by this very good line of dialogue. What's your name? Don't know. You know, you love to see just such witty banter going back and forth between people.
Yeah, this is some bad writing. In all actuality, it would
They
be
really...
like that scene from The Wire where they investigate the crime scene only using the F word.
Yeah, they'll just go,
fuck!
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 Ah!
Yeah.
They're remarkably calm in the situation.
And also, everyone's just a huge ass.
Yes.
Apparently, my favorite thing about what this show seems to posit is that devoid of personality or memory, humanity just resorts to being assholes to each other instead of trying to survive.
Yep.
Well, not only that, but just not like extreme assholes, but just kind of catty.
Yeah, let's talk about
just
our first.
petty.
Let's talk about the cold opening when she gets up and we meet our first Islander. Well, other Islander.
Kate Bosworth, who's playing a brick. The character is a brick. Her name is Casey, and she says and does nothing of value the entire episode.
In fact, it's negative value.
Yeah, actually.
She's trying to figure out what's going on, guys. It's very compelling.
Yeah, she does nothing. She sits around, calls people, calls one person in particular, Chase, who is our main character, a bitch the entire time, and that's it.
Yeah, and takes the side of...
She also brandishes a knife for no reason.
Yeah, a very compelling character. Yeah, she brandishes a knife and decides that Chase is a bitch because she took the knife from her when she threatened her with it.
And now she has the knife and the shell. And then later she gets a hatchet, too.
Yeah.
She's got the coveted character trait, crazy.
Well, yeah, I think she's mad just because it's clear that Chase is the player character because she's taking up all of these items.
She's the alpha
sort of
male, female.
Yeah, she's putting them in her inventory. Anyway, Seeing this scene between these two characters feels like I'm watching a play where the actors on the stage forgot their lines.
It's like watching like an early PS1 era cutscene.
Yeah, because they're just like
it's blocked like 1-2.
Yeah, for one thing, the scene goes on way too long. It's like a minute and a half of just them going back and forth, being like, "Why don't you give me that knife? I don't want to give you that knife." And
wow, now we have a knife. No, I have a knife.
Yeah. It's like they decided to do some bad improv because they lost all their lines. And then they had to have the rest of the people come in real quick to save the scene.
Yeah.
Whose blood is
it's
this?
like watching the TV Tuners podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, heavily scripted is our show.
This island is crazy. Who are we? I don't know. We have to figure out what's going on. Hey, let's go for a swim.
Oh!
Yeah. We get some brief opening credits, which is the rare opening credit sequence that ruins part of the mystery. It just tells you right away that this is a simulation, right?
Keo?
No, that's not a simulation, Swanson. What are you talking
You
about?
don't think that's what they're going for? Because that credit sequence seems to imply that this is some sort of virtual world that they're in.
Oh, you mean like
Look,
Digimon?
Swanson,
Also available on Netflix.
Maybe, yeah.
digital monsters.
Oh.
Hey, this is Digimon.
You know,
Was the shark a
It's Digimon, but-
Digimon?
It was Shark Amon.
it's Digimon, but the characters are not Digi-destined. They're just there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh man, can you imagine how quickly we would die if we went into the digital world?
Yeah, like 10
Yeah,
minutes.
we're not Digi-destined.
Big Bugman would get us.
The
Bug
slime
Mon.
monster, the garbage mon would get us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garbage Mon always gets you. Anyway, the thing that's bothering me about this show, from the beginning to the end, is that they don't have any memories, but they remember certain things, just arbitrarily. Someone mentioned Spider-Man at some point. Like someone remembers how a body floats, or things like
that's knowledge.
like aliens and like.
I don't know. Amnesia can work like that,
amnesia
where you can
usually
remember
doesn't
like
target everything.
knowledge. Yeah, sometimes you just don't remember personal stuff. Your brain's weird, but also they're like, ooh, mysterious. It's amnesia, but we don't know how. I wonder how they're gonna contrive that.
Yeah. Like, how am I expected to care about these nothings? One dude, his whole personality is he's rape guy.
He's survival. He's raised the fittest.
This guy has no other personality trait other than, oh yeah, what he does when no one else is around, he rape.
Like literally.
Also,
on
I
the
like
first date too that he commits this rape. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't just
only
like
also,
wait.
I like
after
that
an hour.
He doesn't like wait until he's in like, I don't know, some sort of position of power.
Yeah, he didn't try to read the room, figure out.
he has sexual energy, and the woman's pheromones overwhelmed him.
Yeah.
But my favorite part though was the rape guy takes his shirt off, and the other dude like makes comments about his body and says it's too hot and leaves.
Yeah. Well, the other guy says, "Oh, guess it's time for the gun show," which is just such a weird way, like a weird reason to start throwing shade at somebody who you don't know, and also you don't even remember yourself.
Yeah, like he took off his shirt for like a practical reason too, right?
Yes. And the guy was like, "Oh, look at this asshole." Everyone in this show acts like they're on like a reality, like the Real Housewives of Survivor.
Oh, maybe this is like a Truman Show type situation.
Oh, they're in a reality show, but they have their memories wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah, but seriously, the guy says it's too hot. Is he talking about the guy being shirtless or the weather? I legitimately could not tell.
I think he was throwing shade at the guy while also saying that it was in fact too hot.
They do talk about they do have that scene where the lady tells the other lady to not be in the sun so much.
And that lady also says, "Yeah, whatever, bitch."
and then This is the most baffling part of the show to me. Seriously,
The shark attack.
No, the woman for some reason decides to dig in the sand moments after that.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah,
Finds
she
a
finds a
book.
and just throws it. It doesn't say anything.
She's like, yeah, readings for pussies. Throws that away.
Like, yeah, maybe this might be a clue. No, it's just garbage.
It's the same thing later when they find a sign and they're all like, yeah, it's a dumb
this is
sign.
nothing.
Who gives a
There's
fucking shit?
There's no fucking mystery. There's no clues to be found.
If you have no memory of how you got somewhere and you find a sign, why would you just go, not important?
And the sign fucking says, find your own way back. And they act like, oh, this is not relevant to us at all.
What do you mean? It's just a sign.
That's just a coincidence.
This is a stupid
I'm
woman.
gonna go over here and hang in and just hang out in some trees instead of building a shelter.
Like, if I saw that sign in the situation, I'd be like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
The other thing that's really baffling is that for the entire hour of this show, one thing which we can maybe say is part of the idea of the show, but it also sounds like they wanted to save some costs. It never becomes anything other than bright, shiny daylight the entire day, the entire time. There's a moment where everyone is asleep, but it is still fucking high noon.
They only had one set, Swanson.
Yeah. They had two sets, actually. This and then the waterfall.
This fucking video game ass grotto.
Yeah.
It looks like the place where you fight Chaos Stage 4.
We'll get to that. Well, yeah, first let's talk about the swim montage. So after she's done tanning and she finds this book that she's just like, yeah, whatever, not important. Fuck books.
She not only chucks it and it gets washed away in the water, I guess. No one notices it. No one notices a book.
Yeah. So she gets encouraged by the guy who was just body shaming some big buff dude to go into the ocean. So they all start swimming.
Oh yeah, they're conveniently wearing swimwear, swim appropriate wear under their clothing.
Yeah, which should also be a giveaway, maybe. They also all have names sewn into their shirts, so that's how the names they start going by. But it doesn't matter because none of them have discernible personalities.
Or any motivation.
Yeah, other than Rape Man, who is apparently motivated solely by just committing sexual assault.
Yes.
Can you really blame him?
Fellas.
Well, you know what they say. In a situation like that, there's only sex and not sex. They didn't have any sex.
Yeah, we'll get back to that shit. So yeah, they go swimming. There's a shark attack. Some Sharknado ass CGI shows up. One guy. This CGI is just great. This guy gets eaten by a shark. Straight up, a shark just eats him, and it looks like some sci-fi level garbage.
Also, we see the shark, I'm pretty sure, clearly take out his abdomen. But then later on, his leg is just kind of wounded.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that's wounded.
Maybe he respawned.
Oh, maybe. It's hard.
The leg wound is
knows?
like a little tax for failure.
This whole shark scene is baffling. So, these sharks show up and they're like, oh my god, it's some sharks! Everyone starts running out of the water. This dude, Donovan.
The scene takes a really long time with the characters not moving around at all.
A lot of them are just sort of floating next to sharks, as if they hadn't yet noticed that there was a shark in the water.
This might be the slowest shark attack scene in all of television.
Yeah, including that. It might be the slowest shark attack scene in anything, including that part in Jaws 3D when a shark just sort of lumbers towards the screen. Anyway, yeah, this is a god-awful attack. This guy just disappears, and everyone's like, oh god, not that guy! Oh man, I can't believe that guy's dead.
Yeah, what are the odds a shark attack happens?
Especially because they weren't
Within,
that far out.
The sharks spawned because they were exiting the world bound.
Clearly.
Oh.
Yeah, see, another simulation reference.
Yeah, that's
they
what happens.
didn't have...
That's what happens at GTA 5 if you try to swim too far. The game will just start spawning sharks to kill you.
Yeah.
But they barely went offshore, though.
Yeah, the game they don't have a whole lot of generated area.
They had this,
and these sharks were just ready to attack, despite sharks not really targeting people very often.
Memory on the waterfall physics,
or the sharks being in like really shallow water for sharks. Anyway, so they go to this grotto. Our main character Chase and Brody, who is Rape Boy. So there, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there is some noticeably awful sound mixing in this waterfall because the waterfall is very loud, and then their conversation is like very muffled. Yeah.
You know,
also the way they use music in this show was just kind of baffling to me.
Yeah, they talk about the waterfall a little bit, and they're like, "This could be a good place," and then you hear boom.
Yeah, like ominous what? What's
about that?
Society. They're forming the state.
They're like, this could be a good place to live. Dun dun.
You're supposed to play the music when he decides to start raping or something. You don't play
while
it
they're flirting.
Yeah.
So yeah, their idea of flirting is like porno levels bad, where like he's like, you look good. You got a good rack. And she's like, yeah, you have lips. And then they like, yeah, then there's some, nothing really livens up your awful script like some attempted rape.
The guy's like, we should keep this a secret between two of us.
We should keep secret between the two of us? Zip.
Yeah, so she stops him before he can, do his deed. And... come on. I mean, look, you already have a terrible script. Do you really have to try and add rape to make it seem like it's going to be,
Well, if there was no rape, there wouldn't be a conflict at all this episode up until they find the sign.
Oh, yeah, because you couldn't come up with some other asinine reason to make a conflict.
No, they had plenty of conflicts, but they're all stupid.
Yeah. And really, the conflict about her being attacked by this guy isn't really brought up.
Oh, yeah,
because
nobody really cares.
The thing that they actually should be pissed at is that he hides the fact that there's a waterfall from them. And then that never gets brought up. She says it, and then they're all just like, yeah, whatever, crazy lady. Anyway, let's believe this guy who lied to us about a waterfall. They never go to see the waterfall, check up on it. She mentions a waterfall, and they're all like, yeah, whatever.
They're like, fresh water. The main thing we need to survive, whatever.
They also don't believe her when she said she was raped.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, that's much more understandable, I think.
The women seem to take that guy's side, too, though.
He's hot.
Yeah, look, as we are told later, there's sex and not sex. And those are the only two things.
Yeah, were they... Okay, in all seriousness, were those lines trying to set him up as the ultimate evil, or was it just bad writing?
It could be two things.
I mean, like, if this was in a better show and somebody said that, I would give them the benefit of the doubt, because... That's some twisted stuff to say.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's bad writing.
Yeah.
Look, I have some other choice lines, and you can tell me if this also doesn't account for bad writing, but I think we know the answer. One of my personal favorites is later when Brody talks to Chase and tries to get her to, like, join his side, I guess. He's angling to be the leader, but his way of leading is just to be like, that's dumb. No, fuck that. No, that's stupid. Why would we do that? Which is not how any form of leadership works. So he says to her, I'm just the messenger. And she's like, yeah. And we all know what happens to him. Do you? Do you guys know that phrase? Do you remember the phrase, don't shoot the messenger? That one of the pieces of your memory that you remember?
Yes, everyone remembers that.
I mean, phrase. If they didn't, they would just be rolling around like babies. Shitting themselves, Swanson.
I'm saying, do you remember random phrases that you've heard maybe a couple times?
Like, the people who dumped in there specifically only erased their personal memories about who they are and what they do and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's stupid.
They got mind wiped by a man.
Oh.
A man in a lab coat is going to show up in episode 4.
He says, "Hello, I'm Lab Coat Man."
Maybe
So
it's
yeah,
Eisen.
they find Donovan's body. He washes up, and everyone.
Yeah, he survived.
Yeah, he's fine. It's all good. We can't kill him off in the first episode. So they take him back, and he just sort of lays there, and they don't do anything to him.
I don't know what.
What kind of coward show can't even kill off a character that the audience can't be attached to?
Yeah. I want to state real quick, and I mentioned it a little bit before, but I really want to dig into it here now that we're getting closer to the end of this first episode. These people suck at survival stuff. It is the first episode takes place in I guess a day. We don't know because night doesn't happen. But they do sleep at one point. At no point does anyone say, "Boy, we really need water." At no point does anyone say, "Man, we sure could use some food." No one decides we need a place to live if we're gonna survive on this island.
They got coconuts.
Yeah, they got coconuts once, and that's a meal.
Yeah, that'll sustain you for a good long while, right? And you can live in a coconut or something, right?
Yes,
You can build coconut houses. These people don't do anything in this first day to try and build
It's just like a beach day.
Yeah, they just go. They're having a beach episode on the first episode.
Yeah, you saved that for episode 8.
Yeah,
You saved that for sweeps.
It's the only thing they could entice us with, I think.
So later, 2 of the other characters that we don't spend a whole lot of time with, so they're not important. They say "Oh yeah, we started counting the steps between our bodies, and it all equaled the same number." And everyone's like, "Yeah, whatever. That doesn't mean anything." There also is another great exchange of dialogue here, which is perhaps my favorite of the episode because of how pointless it is. They mention that there's 39 steps in between everybody. Someone says, "Isn't that a movie? 39 steps?" Someone else replies, "That probably has nothing to do with this." And then someone else replies, "Who knows?" Beautiful, great work there, guys. Really wonderful work. You may
wait. Are the people who meticulously plotted out how many steps it was also the ones who said it was stupid that she cared about a science?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
but only after everyone. To be fair, only after everyone else says so.
Yeah, the woman gets brainwashed.
What?
Don't think about it.
She gets peer pressured.
Yeah, that's a better way than brainwashed, probably.
39 Steps was an adventure novel by Scottish author John Buchanan, published in 1915. It was later adapted into about 5 films. A 1935 version directed by Alfred Hitchcock, a 1959 color remake, a 1978 version, and a 2008 version for British television.
Interesting. Well, look, it probably has nothing to do with this, so... Well, seriously, why would you write that and think, good, my work here is done for today. Nailed another line.
I think all the talented people at Netflix are moving to Disney.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, they don't care about this sign. Apparently all they care about is just sort of hanging out in the shade of the island and just waiting for death.
And gossiping.
Yeah. So then she, in anger, Chase smashes the shell that she has. And, oh boy, guys, this is a cliffhanger made by a 5-year-old. Inside the shell, there's wires and some electronical stuff. And then it says property of the island.
Hold on. If it's a simulation, then why does the shell have electronics inside it?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a dumb reason either way, right?
Yeah.
Well, was that a GPS tracker?
Well, I don't
Who
know.
knows?
If it's a simulation,
Who
why would you
knows?
need to GPS track them?
Yeah, you can just have the little Cuda fly around with his little camera and watch everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Lucky too.
Yeah, this is something. So yeah, that ends this episode, and Golly, what a show.
That is one of the dumb ones.
Yeah, TV Tuner Show of the Year.
Ooh. I don't know about that one, Keo. I don't think so, Keo.
TV Tuner's Gold Medal?
Ooh, yeah, no.
TV Tuner's Purple
TV Tuner's
Heart.
It gets the brown medal.
Is that good?
No, I just made a fart noise. It's bad. Farting's bad.
Oh, so you're saying that's a tune out for this show, Swanson?
Yeah.
There's TV and there's no TV.
Uh-huh. And what is this?
No TV.
Ooh.
You're saying we didn't watch any TV?
Tune out.
Yeah, this is a tune out for...
I'm gonna have to give this a tune in.
No, you don't.
Don't be ironic, Keo, right? For once in your life.
We all know you're just...
If you want to study how to make a show that's really bad, tune in for this one.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's a tune out.
Yeah, this is a show that appeals to no one and offers nothing of value.
Is it worse than... I was gonna say My Life is Murder.
I mean, this is worse than most of the shows we've watched. I think maybe Insatiable and like...
I think this is better than My Life is Murder.
What was the pig one?
The pig one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Keo, right?
tell me a story.
Yeah, I think it's better than both of those. But
Okay, well, here's the thing about this show. At least it didn't bore us.
I wasn't bored, I guess.
yeah, I
was
guess
just
it's a
angry.
question of it's a question of whether or not a boring show is just mediocre or if it is truly worse than a bad show.
I mean, personally, I find bad shows 10 times more entertaining than mediocre
Yeah,
ones.
this was better than My Life is Murder.
And what was My Life is Murder?
That was the
lady-
Australian one.
Oh,
Kung Fu Kevin.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Karate Kevin. What was that show where there was an armed truck robbery that I couldn't, like...
City on the Hill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Truly, that's right, yeah. Okay, I guess this isn't... Look, this is a dumb show. This is a
like-
show that appeals to no one and offers nothing. But it's
This is not-
dumb, and it's fun.
It's not top 5. Probably.
But it's not boring.
Yes.
So, there's that. Anyway, it's
What?
a tune-out.
It's not bottom 5 either.
It gives the whole family something to talk about at the dinner table.
Yeah, you can talk about why none of these people are characters.
Why you
or-
should believe rape victims.
Yeah. Or why you should like look for clues if you're on a deserted island with no memories.
Okay, how would you guys have felt if somebody mentioned hashtag me too?
And then they're like, what is that? What is a hashtag? And they have a flash. Oh, we forgot the dream sequence.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a sequence where Chase shoots someone. It's not important.
Probably. Yeah, it's not important to us.
Yeah, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Episode 5, they really dig in on that one. Lab coat guy really exposits about it for 10 whole
This is a
minutes
shittier
straight.
version of Lost.
I mean, yeah. This is someone who watched Lost and said, "What if I kept the mystery but none of the characters?"
Okay, but seriously, though, what do you think the odds are there's a lab coat guy in this show?
The 10 out of 10. He's definitely there.
He
Stare?
has a sword. And he talks about everything being according to his plans.
Wow, I can't believe he's Eisen from Bleach.
Yeah, well, that's a tune out for the Island,
Yeah, watch Bleach instead.
probably.
Certainly.
And that's it for this week's episode of the show. If you have any quips, comments, questions, foresights, or otherwise, you can send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Keo Rain?
Television at swanhouse.net.
That's right. Yeah, and if you like the show, you can keep following us on Twitter at TVTuners. And you can also use the hashtag TVTuners, and we'll give a glance at what you're saying.
No, you can't.
You definitely can.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of Twitter,
I'll write that
it's
down.
time for our new segment, TV Tuners Fact of the Week.
Oh?
What's the fact, Keo?
Yeah, the fact is, there has never been an octopus filmed and shown on television.
Wow.
Ooh. Wow, what a fact! I'm sure that's absolutely true.
And next week's fact: what does Swanson do during each episode of the podcast?
If you have an idea of what that fact is, you can send it to us at using the hashtag TVTuners. And if you're right, we might give you a little shout out on the podcast.
No. Yeah.
And if you're wrong, we might shame you.
Yeah. It's also very possible. Anyway, you can also follow us on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at Jesse Swanson.
I'm on Twitter at Stormancer. You can find me on...
I'm on Twitter.
You can find me on Letterboxd at Stairmaster. Well, not at, but you know what I mean. You know how it is.
And yeah, that's it for this week's episode of the show. You can find us on all of the podcatchers of your choice. Google Play, Stitcher, Apple, all of the great podcatchers.
Peacock.
No way.
Yeah, you can find us on Peacock. You leave a 5-star review and subscribe. Really helps the podcast get noticed. As always, we're part of the Big Heads Media Network. Proud to be part of that, filled with great podcasts, like one you'll hear right after this, Rock and Roll Up. It's a wrestling podcast mixed with music, pop culture, and all sorts of other things. It's pretty good. Also, if you're a fan of us, we have merch. That's right, folks. We have shirts. We have sweatshirt. We have regular shirt.
We have sweatshirt.
You can get that at the Big Heads Media shop. You can find us there. Get that stuff.
And,
get your swag.
We're going to be selling podcaster bathwater soon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty close to that. So that's over at bigheadsmedia.com/shop.
Eternal life is finally in your grasp.
You'll be able to find the TV Tuners merch. Coming soon, of course, podcaster bathwater. It's Keo's own personal bathwater that we've bottled.
It's good stuff, guys.
We got Keo ran a specialty tub that sort of just drains that
also,
water.
I just logged into peacock.com, guys.
Oh, yeah?
You're not going to believe what I saw.
Is it Peacock?
So get this. No. Well, yes. You log into peacock.com and you see in fairly large blue letters the word Peacock right there on your screen. Right there.
Wow. That's called advertising.
So everybody check out peacock.com, unless they change it to some kind of virus page in the meantime.
Don't do it then.
Anyway.
Then don't do it.
That's it for this week's episode of the show. We'll be back next week with more TV goodness. Till then, keep watching. Bye. It's over.
Oh no, my power is going down.
Yeah, I agree.
Hello, mates. I'm Jack.
I'm Kenny.
And welcome to Rock and Roll Up, the music and wrestling podcast.
Here you'll find our weekly music and wrestling podcast with our signature wacky comedy twist.
So wacky.
Expect news,
special episodes,
controversial hot takes,
and comedy features such as Kenny's rant,
Jack's joke of the week,
and of course, pun association,
musical fruit,
John Lemon.
So wacky.
So like, comment, share and subscribe. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher and SoundCloud.
You can get involved with the conversation at Rock Roll Up Pod on Twitter and at Rock and Roll Up Podcast on Facebook and Instagram.
Are you ready to step inside the ring with these two heavyweights?
Big time.
Peace out.